Hello, welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. Just a quick note. And I feel like I'm having to defend myself a little bit. I know I shouldn't. And it's about battlefield cards, because I feel like if we needed to add another type of card to the game, it needs to be something that can go in our deck. If I remember hearing correctly on Facebook about the zone and how they're doing that, it has its like separate deck or whatever in certain conditions and triggers and more counters. We don't need more counters with this game. I've got a couple of neat things going on with certain other things, like maybe a certain stratagem or a certain upgrade. But you know, when it comes to what location cards is what I started off with them as, battlefield cards, that they're just simple. They need to be into the actual deck. They need to have pips. It's a third card type that you can have in your hand, so it needs to come out of your actual deck. That's like an action and it's like an upgrade at the same time, and it's in for the duration until it's knocked out and discarded and put in your scrap by one of your own battlefield cards or one of your opponent's battlefield cards. That affects the whole field. And maybe I just failed to explain it very well when someone asked me about it on Facebook late last year in the early fall, I think, when I first joined the custom page. But you know, I like the ease of function of the battlefield cards, and then someone is like, well, you need to understand how the blah 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 of Magic works. Well, I don't know Magic. I've tried to figure out Magic. People have tried to teach me how to play Magic. I've got some free starter decks and a $7 starter deck and a few whatnot, and I still can't figure the darn thing out. It just doesn't make sense to me. And it makes a little more sense now that I have figured out Transformers, 3 months ago? No, just kidding. You know, last year or so. And so whatever card that they're trying to tell me about, you know, I don't know. I don't know Magic that well. And yes, it's a long-term game and it's been around for a while, but I'm just trying to add something to Transformers that makes sense for Transformers, not for TCGs, which it is a TCG, but it should be its own thing. It doesn't need to be too much like Pokemon. It doesn't need to be too much like Magic or anything else. You know, so that's why when I came up with battlefield cards last summer, actually before that was some of the first types of cards I started creating on my phone before the MSE was ever available to just anybody, before the game was even canceled because of a video Wasi put out there, or Ross, the British guy, I think he's British, and around like January of 2020, February, talking about there's a new type of card coming out. It was before Wave 5 came out. It was before we knew about stratagems. He may have already revealed a head or a character or two, and a few things were being revealed at that time, but very little, because we were still about 4 months away from Wave 5, from the last wave. And he put out there, you know, for us to discuss, well, what would you think if we brought location cards to the game? And I'm like, wow, that's an awesome idea. And of course, a lot of people were against it. Some people thought there were not enough locations. Oh, there's just not enough for that. We don't have enough kind of information for that. Oh yeah, we do. And I've kind of really backed off on battlefield cards, but I feel like I need to go back to them and revise them, get them in the process. For that is to do it in the MSE, because they're a pip card, and because we cannot update or change the action and upgrade line, customize it specifically. You know, I have to do everything in the MSE, send it to my phone, put the little green bubble there with Battlefield card over that section, and then get them printed out. And I've still, for the most part, kept all my Battlefield cards that I've made. And they do come from a lot of different series. And I've got a couple of shots of War for Cybertron in Earthrise from Netflix, a little bit, and it's really just what little was on YouTube, because I can only screenshot that stuff on YouTube. You cannot screenshot Netflix, you cannot screenshot Voodoo, you cannot screenshot any of those big name streaming services. You can Tubi, and you can YouTube, and and stuff that you find online on the internet, you can too, to most extent. And you can't screenshot Disney Plus. That was the other one I was thinking of. So if there's a scene from the Netflix show, like a trailer or whatever on YouTube, I can screenshot that, try to trim it, try to make it not look pretty or nice or different or anything. Most of the time I try to flip the image. And there was one card that I made in action where it was, I think it was from, I don't know if it was Earthrise or the first season. Jetfire is flying. He transforms and turns into his bot mode and starts to attack two of the Seekers. A really cool scene, and I got that as a screenshot as an action card. Secret Air Attack, I think is what I called it. And you can do something with your planes as long as you're going up against another plane. Maybe it's an upgrade, I can't remember which. But I can't find it in my MSC anywhere, but I have printed it off recently. So I'm going to have to recreate that, because there's some text on there I was wanting to fix, and I can't fix it because I can't find it in my MSC history. It's just gone. It's the strangest thing. It's got to be there somewhere. It's got to be there on the other side of the matrix. But I gotta go. I gotta get back home. I was just out and about and doing a few things. I had to do a run for something. Oh gosh, yeah, I gotta go. So I'm just basically trying to defend my stance on Battlefield cards for the Transformers TCG, because I think they work. Now, if you don't want to use them, that's fine. They're just there for you to play with if you want to play with them. If you think they're too strong, they're too strong. But in the meantime, I have made a stratagem. If you want to use a stratagem to introduce that allows you to play Battlefield cards in your deck, and maybe I should make that stratagem, because it's a picture of the old G1 space bridge. I think I've shown it before, and maybe I should put it on there. Allows 5 Battlefield cards in your deck or something like that, and that you could have more as long as you keep, if you have more space bridges in play, it would be like one stratagem you could have more than one of, because it's not connected to a character. And I've done that also with some clones coming up that I've made. I can't wait to show y'all too. With that, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. Have a blessed day. Stay well, stay healthy, and as always, Autobots, transform and let's flip out.